I been? Let's catch up. Nah. That's an app. Much better. And as always, we'd like to give special thanks to our producer, Slex Allen Productions. Session 52 was released in 2024, and more time was coming to pass from one video to the next. Well, there's a reason for that, and good, bad, or indifferent, I was diagnosed with bone cancer, or chondrosarcoma. Not just once, but twice. And if you've experienced something like this or know someone who has, it's a life-changing event, filled with a myriad of emotion and physical toll, and certainly has an impact on your daily life. At the end of the day, I didn't intend or plan on being absent. It's just the way it happens, and you roll with the punches. Continue your fight and pray for better days. To all those affected by cancer, I wish you the very best and would like to add, never give up. Another major change, as most of you know, I founded Aircraft Post in 1998 and worked diligently in making it the powerhouse for market intelligence and strategic planning for owners, operators, OEMs, brokers, and banks dealing with current generation business jets. As is the case with most founders, and regardless of the industry, there comes a time to step aside and let the next generation infuse their ideas and hard work and build the platform into the best of the best. And as a result, and after careful diligence, I realized that AIN Media Group, the global leader in aviation publishing, was the company that could achieve just that. So they acquired the company, and I believe you're going to see some very innovative growth in the ensuing months. Stay tuned. I've returned full-time to TRC Aviation, the consulting group that I started in 1989, and will continue with acquisitions and consulting. Now, let's take a few minutes and just catch up on some of the things that have transpired in the long-range and ultra-long-range business jet categories. Gulfstream's ultra-long-range G700 received FAA certification last March, and as of Q1 this year, they've delivered 40 aircraft end users at a price point of roughly $75 million. The aircraft has a range of 7,500 nautical miles at 0.85 Mach and 6,400 at 0.9. Now imagine going nonstop from New York to Tokyo at 9/10 the speed of sound. Similar to its closest competitor, the 700 has a purpose-built 4-zone cabin and features 10 windows on each side. It's a big airplane. The 800, the replacement for the G650, just received FAA and EASA certification. The aircraft has a range of 8,200 nautical miles at 0.85 Mach and 7,000 nautical miles at 0.9. And at 0.87 Mach, the range is still 8,000 nautical miles. It shares the wing, tail, fuselage cross-section, and Rolls-Royce Pearl 700 engines with the G700. However, if you notice, we're back to 8 cabin windows and a 3-zone cabin, which I feel certain will be very well equipped for an 8,000-mile mission. Another aircraft in development, and just having made its first flight last August, is the new G400. It will have a range of 4,200 nautical miles at 0.85 Mach, long-range cruise. It shares the wing, engine, and avionics of the G500 and 600. And as you'll note, the aircraft only has 5 cabin windows per side, accentuating the shorter cabin length of the longer-range Gulfstreams. The interior configuration is being touted as a 2.5-zone cabin, and is best depicted by this rendering showing 2 forward-facing seats in the aft cabin. If a buyer eliminates the aft 2 seats, you'll have a very spacious 9-passenger interior, as well as both forward and aft lavatories. From all indications, Gulfstream seems to be targeting a $40 million price point, which really doesn't make sense in that the G500 is priced at $44 million, and by the time the G400 enters service, it'll be competing with pre-owned G500s. But we'll see. Just one more update on Gulfstream. The G600 that replaced the 550 is now showing 164 aircraft in service as of the end of March. If you care to see the differences between the two models, feel free to pause and review. As a side note, you'll notice that the majority of new long-range business jets have a long-range cruise of 0.85 Mach versus 0.8 found on legacy models. Another new entry into service is the Falcon 6X. That received EASA and FAA certification in August of 2023. And 19 months hence, 12 aircraft have been delivered at a price point of around $56 million plus options, which will bring the final price $60 million. The aircraft has a range of 5,500 nautical miles at 0.8 Mach and 5100 at 0.85, and features a cabin height of 6 feet 5 inches and a width of 8.5 feet, which is the largest in class. The 10X, which was originally scheduled for delivery in 2024, is now projected for late 2027 entry into service, at a price point new of $75 million plus options. The aircraft will have 19 cabin windows on each side and will compete in the ultra-long-range category with the Global 8000 and the G700-800, which obviously will have quite a lead on deliveries by the time the 10X enters service. It'll be powered by Rolls-Royce Pearl engines using the same core found on the G700 and 800. Similar to other aircraft in category, it will have a 4-zone interior with a cabin height of 6 feet 8 inches and a width of just over 9 feet, which again will be the largest in class. One other aircraft in this category that's scheduled for entry into service mid-year this year is the Global 8000, the replacement to the Global 7500 that will have a range, as the descriptor implies, of 8,000 nautical miles at 0.85 Mach. Interesting point. In May 2021, Flight Test Vehicle 5 became the first business jet to break the sound barrier when it went supersonic, exceeding Mach 1. As with the majority of aircraft in the ultra-long-range category, the 8000 will feature a 4-zone cabin and offer an optional 55-inch 4K television. My God, I have that in my living room. So 7,500 owners won't feel neglected. Bombardier will be offering a retrofit kit for about $3 million to take their 7,500 to 8,000 performance levels. Now, to deviate just a little, congratulations to Embraer. As of Q1 25, there are now 843 Phenom 300s in service. That's it for this session. So as always, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time, where we're going to be talking about market direction, and as we gather more intel, we'll address how the markets are being affected by the new administration's policies and the various tariffs that have been put in place. Have a good day.